Sheffy, free agency officially kicks off at noon, but so much is already going on. What's the most important thing right this minute?
Greeny, we are waiting to see where the quarterback carousel will stop spinning today.
Welcome to this SportsCenter special. NFL free agency is here starting right now. Teams are permitted to contact players and negotiate contracts.
Let me make very clear here, Shefty, for those who are watching, just on the urgency of this. We should be expecting the first of these dominoes to fall any time now, right? I mean, this is not something that's going to last into tomorrow or Wednesday, is the expectation.
And then you start getting down those second and third options, and it starts getting to Russell Wilson really quick, and it starts getting to Mac Jones and Zach Wilson and Carson Wentz really quick.
Playing free agency matchmaker for AFC East teams. Look at the New York Jets. You have them taking Justin Fields. Why, in your opinion, is Fields the best fit for New York?
It's fascinating in part to you, but it's also fascinating to the people in New York because that frees up Justin Fields for the Jets. And so all these teams right now are all waiting on each of these various moves, and one move will lead into another.
A guy that we know can lead, has an athletic skill set, has got good experience. So we're excited with Justin and believe in Justin. Excited to see what he does this year.
What do you got, bud? We got something very fresh, Brett. The Jets have a new quarterback. It is Justin Fields, as Ian and I just reported. He is headed to New York on a 2-year deal worth $40 million, including $30 million guaranteed.
He will throw it, caught by Hayward to the end zone. He's going to run for it. Fields in, touchdown.
Justin Fields is a New York Jet, and I love it. Young QB, shown flashes in the past, fast, fun. Who is Justin Fields' #1 wide receiver in college? Garrett Wilson. Who does he play for?
The Jets.
The New York Jets.
What is the best deal that went down today when it comes to free agency?
The New York Jets bringing in Justin Fields. That was #1 for me.
Fields, open field, and a touchdown.
His ability to throw the ball, his ability to run the ball, his ability to create, when things break down. And in this day and age in the NFL, you need guys that can do that.
This is exactly the type of move the Jets should be making, which is let's go and try something new.
Fields letting it rip, and he's got Pickens. Perfectly thrown pass by Fields.
It's a great opportunity for Justin Fields to go to a place, and we've talked about this. It's now his chance to go prove that he can go get it done.
He's got the ball with blockers ahead, and he's got a touchdown. Untouched into the end zone. Fields to the end zone. It's caught for the Steelers.
And I'm rooting for Justin Fields. I am. He's tough. He's shown some grit. He shows he continues to want to work hard. He puts it all on the line when he goes out there and plays. I got respect for his game.
All right.
What's up, Justin? Welcome to New York, bro.
Good, all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm definitely super excited to, just be here, meeting all the new coaches and everybody around the building, and really just excited for a fresh start, and we're ready to get to work, so super excited. I chose the Jets because of, one, AG, the kind of coach he is, how passionate he is about the game, and really just what he brings to the table, changing the culture around here, and wanting to win games, and wanting to be great. So he knows what it takes to, build a team up from the ground up and really get them going. So I think that's the, why AG is the right guy for this job. For him to want me here is definitely an honor, and of course I'm gonna put it all out on the line for him and do all I can to help this team be successful. So.
Quick selfie video, any message you have to the fans?
I got you. Your mom's calling you.
No. Bad time, Mom.
What's up, Jets Nation? Justin Fields here. Excited to be here, excited to work, and it's going to be a fun year this year. Go Jets. Definitely excited to play, in this city for this fan base. Of course, I know all the Jets fans out there are super passionate, about this team and have been for a very long time. So winning here, it really doesn't get any better than that. So super excited.
And how nice is it for you to reunite with a couple former Buckeyes, including Josh Myers most recently?
Yeah. What up?
You just got back from Dubai? Yeah, just flew in today. I feel like you never slept in your life? I know. Yeah, I bet. Time change was crazy. Insane, bro. How long were you there for? I was there for like 5 days. Awesome. I'm about to make these rounds. So easy to see you. Yeah. Great to see you, brother. Yeah, you too.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of great players on this offense, you know, starting up front. Of course, we got guys on the outside and, of course, in the backfield. Super excited to, you know, get together with them and, you know, start working with them and start building that chemistry. I know myself as a player, I know what I can do on the field, and like I said, I'm excited to be here, and I can't wait to get to work.
Number-wise, have you had a chance to think about
These
it?
options right here, you know I've been thinking about this right here.
So obviously 1 and 2 are, I'm sure you probably looked at or taken.
I think I'm gonna go with 7.
7, yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with 7.
All right, so we got some, you know, 2 options, it seems like. 16, Cohen. I don't know, Cohen, you're kind of by yourself on this, but let's cross out Cohen because it's definitely not going to be 16. 4 is a solid one. I can see why guys went with 4, but Frank, Sid, Lens, Miranda, Karras, and Shant, you guys were correct, and I will be wearing number 7. So, yeah.
Fire now. They did pretty good, though.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they did.
That is pretty good.
A happy new NFL year, 2025, because as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, the calendar turned to the new season of the National Football League.
So they signed Justin Fields, they signed Brandon Stevens, signed Andre Sisco, Josh Myers, Stone Smart to 1-year deal, Chris Boyd, Derek Nottie.
We got to do this right, man. We can't be okey-doke trying to rush through the process because this has to be done properly.
Those are the kind of moves that you're going to have to see at this point, and probably you are going to see a lot of at this point.
Both Muji and Glenn believe in this coaching staff's ability to get the most out of guys that have shown some ability in the past and are still young and still have the ceiling to improve. And so you've seen that with pretty much every guy.
Andre, how would you describe your excitement, you know, coming into the building today, signing the contract as you begin next chapter with the Jets?
Yeah, it's surreal. Man, I definitely didn't see this day coming, but now that it's here, it feels like the right place at the right time. So just a ton of excitement. Like I said, ecstatic to be here.
I think there's nothing like showing up to a new place and seeing the facility and kind of figuring out where you're gonna get to work. If that can't get you excited, I don't know what will.
Get in the locker room, see the guys, finally get to meet all of the coaches and stuff like that. Like I said, like right now, it still feel like a dream, you know. Then being here in New York, I mean, that speaks for itself.
It's a blessing to be here. You know, first and foremost, I give, you know, all thanks to God for this opportunity. You know, without him, I wouldn't be here. But yeah, I'm just excited to be a Jet, excited to be a part of this organization.
Yeah, in free agency, we went in and we wanted to be measured. We had specific targets of guys we wanted to keep, but then just add pieces that really fit the schematics and the makeup of what we're trying to build here, and we felt like we did that.
Being in the league is stuff you dream of as a little kid. You know, come where I come from, you know, not a lot of people get this opportunity and a chance. So, you know, just taking that with like the chip on my shoulder and being able to show the next generation that anything is possible, no matter like what the position or how I got here. Like I'm in here doing it.
I mean, opportunity of a lifetime. I mean, like you said, this city, everybody knows everything it has to offer, how crazy the fans are, good or bad. And I think that's something you have to just step fully into and embrace. And if you do, they'll embrace you, and it'll just be a great time, honestly. I had a ton of respect for Coach Glenn, just playing against him in years past. And then I think it's going to be great for me and the Jets. So we're really excited.
You know, we can get this thing turned around, and how cool the city and the vibe of the city will be once we do start winning, man.
I feel like a kid going to the first day of school, and everything's just so new and just warm and different. I'm just trying to learn everything as I go. So it's been great. I feel like it's gonna be a little fun on the defensive side, so I'm looking forward to it.
Just from our initial conversations with Aaron Glenn, man, he brings intensity, you know, unlike any other. You know, it's the same intensity that I see within myself. The sky's the limit.
I can't wait to play in front of these fans over in MetLife. It just looked like the best fit for me. I'm looking forward to it.
Each one of those guys that we signed, I mean, it was really intentional on what we want them to do, who the person is, and how we want to make sure we want to build that culture within this organization. So
For somebody that hasn't seen you play, how would you describe the mentality you play with when you step onto the field? What are the Jets getting in you as a player?
Just an aggressive and dynamic playmaker. A lot of plays on the ball throughout my history, and so that's what I'll continue to do. And then being a field general and quarterback in the defense.
Hey, this bond got to be unbreakable today. Look at your brother and say, I got you. We got each other, you feel what I'm saying? All day, 4 quarters, let's go. Hey, family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Cisco.
Cisco is going to score pick 6 for Jacksonville.
I'm going to play as hard as I can. That's how I've always been. So, you know, I'm to the echo of the whistle, playing as hard as I can and as focused as I can.
You're going to see me trying to set the tone on the run, you know, set that edge and utilize my length in my pass rush.
Really try to be as violent as I could be. That's my goal every snap, every practice, every game. So.
Under pressure, spun down to the 42-yard line. Byron Howard.
Wilson in trouble, lost the football. Wilson took a big hit. It was Weaver who forced the fumble.
First things first, a competitor. You know, I'm gritty, I'm tough. Big thing for me is I love to win, no matter what it takes. You know, I'm excited to show this new fan base that I can bring that to this team.
Herbert, play action. Here comes a blitzer and throws out. Caught Stone Smart again. All the way down to the 11.
I'm more of a smooth speed kind of guy. Make plays on the ball very well. I love the block. I love the physicality of the game, and just be able to put some hands on somebody.
Goff, first read not there. Second read is there. Touchdown Reynolds.
Some pressure, Stafford throws over the middle. It's complete. Good spin and turn by Tyler Johnson heading upfield. And Johnson breaks into the secondary.
A style of grit play, somebody that's looking forward to going out there and willing to be able to block, and at the same time looking forward to making that play for my team. Anything that helps contribute to winning.
You know, just leave it all out there, and the next play is the only play that matters. You know, so we only get to live for the play at hand.
Intercepted, Brandon Stevens.
What I do is very violent. I'm in the trenches, so like a lot of stuff is very violent. I can bring a lot of effort in my play.
And Lawrence is down. Derek Nottie.
I'm here to play football. I'm here to have fun, play with my teammates, play football, and have a good time.
Shoot, when I step in between the white lines, I am thinking about knocking your head off. I'm very nasty, very violent, and I want my team to win. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to help my team win, and yeah.
Hey, Derek. Yeah, what's going on? Jay, how you feel?
It seemed hard.
Good morning.
Got some late stragglers. We're starting early.
Yeah, we're started earlier. We like this one. Yeah.
All right, good. I like it too.
This is a great change.
Appreciate you guys being here. Before we get started, I thought I'd give you guys a little kind of peek behind the curtain since we last talked. Have had a great turnout thus far. It's good to see the players back in the building, working hard, lifting, running. There's a good energy in the building, having the guys back in. That same Monday, April 7th, I believe it was, we started our draft meeting. So we had all the college scouts back in town. We'd watch some film, we'd watch the pro day, we'd have good dialogue, we'd work down the list and take the whole day to really stack the list appropriately. And as we go through all those positions, that's kind of how you build the board, and we'd stack the board. So we feel really good about where the board's at today, but we never really know how it's going to fall until the horn goes off. But looking forward to it. So with that, I'll open it to any questions.
How would you assess just the talent evaluation of this draft as a whole?
I think it's a pretty good draft. You know, There's all this talk like it's a good draft, it's a bad draft. We really won't know, right, until 2 years from now when we can assess the talent and what they've done in the NFL. But we feel like there's some talented players that can help us. It's important that we fully exhaust the character and we know what type of person's walking in. And we spend a lot of time in those meetings talking about that. Excited about the draft coming up this weekend. It's been a great process this past month with the coaches and the scouts and the analytics department. Feel good about the draft and the ability to add some players that are going to help us win games. We sit in these meetings and we will start watching a player and you can kind of feel AG start to, he likes this player and he's passionate about guys, you know it, and you feel it. And that's one of the best qualities.
I've been with a number of teams and it seems like every team handles the draft process different. Then to see how Darren operates in that situation has been outstanding. Him and his staff. Man, we talk about every part of the player that you can imagine and really try to see if that's a fit. And the most important thing is how we collaborate on that as an organization.
I think when we were in Florida, Aaron talked about we want to find players that fit our image.
Yeah.
What is it?
I think there's a type of brand, I believe there's a type of brand that we want our players to play with. And it's a physicality, it's a toughness, you're gonna feel it, but smart, tough, aggressive, resilient players. It's definitely different being one that gives suggestions and then ones that makes decision, right? That's a different feeling. But I feel really good about the work we've put into this point, and we'll continue to work through some scenarios and strategy plannings these next few days. But I feel really confident about where we'll be at, the support group around me to make those decisions, and feel really comfortable today about the draft in 4 days.
Thanks, sir. We'll see you on Thursday night.
Right. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Already.
Oh, it was smooth? No?
No, not really.
Good. They're in good shape.
Thank you.
Not many people have talked about this, but when you speak to NFL people, especially at the top of the draft, what are the Jets doing at number 7? But they are as tight-lipped as it gets. Teams really are just guessing right now what they're going to do.
Test 1 2 1 2. You should have me now.
The Jets, to me, are a team that I could see making a little bit of leap. They have a lot of blue players. Like when you just go around and start, looking at like premier players on rosters, they're a team to me. I know I feel like we say this every year as the Jets as a team to watch.
It's much more likely at this point, based off my information, that it's going to be a defensive player. I think it would be Walker if he's there. I think Graham would be in play. I think Tyler Warren would be in play, but let's give him Jade.
It doesn't feel like Warren, does it?
I know they really like him, but it doesn't feel like Warren.
Okay.
I believe their biggest need is at right tackle along that offensive line spot. You take the left tackle last year in Olu Fashanu. This year, I believe they need to come back and select Armand and Mimbu.
Does it make any sense for the Jets to draft Tyler Warren at 7? Yes, it does.
I expect them to try to build around Justin Fields. Maybe it's another offensive lineman. Really strong defensive line and edge draft early on. Maybe they go there. Ashton Genty, if he's available at 7.
We have hundreds of thousands on hand here in Green Bay, and we are inside the draft theater just outside of Lambeau Field. We welcome you in, and we are delighted to have you with us for what promises to be a fascinating ride.
Well, Greeny, every single team in this draft holds its initial first-round draft pick. There haven't been any trades yet. Yet being the key word, because we are expecting explosive activity tonight.
The phone lines are still open as we're less than an hour away from the draft.
Who do you guys think the Jets should take tonight?
Who do I think the Jets are taking? They're probably taking some O-line.
Let's go, Jets! J-E-T-S! Jets! 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 Okay, Green Bay. It's time to get the show started. Are you ready?
last year, the Jets had an opportunity to take the top tight end on the draft board. Went offensive line with Olu Fashanu anyway. Look where we are. They have a shot at going for the top tight end with pick number 7 in this draft, or they could go Membu. There could be all different ways that the Jets could go with this pick.
The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open.